Welcome, friends, welcome, brothers, to this small talk that I felt today that I needed to address. And the topic is of presence and bringing language and bringing the mind to try to express what presence is, how you reach it, is just a big trick. And a big joke, cosmic joke, that we try to bring the small concept of the mind and the language to try to express something that is infinite in time. And what I'm going to share here is going to be my own experience. I'm not gonna go and just babble around with cosmic language just to beautify something that every human is here, every brother is here to experience and is allowed for him, is unique for him. And I remember with the glimpses of presence that I had, and for the past 3 or 4 years I had plenty. And the beauty of it all is that it gives you a contrast of when you're stuck in the head, when you're in this place of survival, when you're in this space of trying to make it, when you're in this space of thinking that the past, the people from the past, or situations from the past has been unfair to you, when you're worried in the future, you're simply just visualize it as having a screen, and that screen there's a veil, and that veil you just can't see the whole blessing, the whole gift, and the whole openness and expansion that is presence. And presence for me is when time collapses. Basically, everything becomes here, this moment, and it's so infinite, and it's so rich, and so wealthy, and it's so abundant in sensations and space that you just don't want to get out. And the moment the ego comes in and says, wow, this is just beautiful, you're out. And this whole work of seeking presence is also a joke, because the more you seek, you're trying to reach it, and it just doesn't happen that way. It happens when we are in a state where, and this is something that I'm borrowing here from a brother, when we are in a state where there's a complete relaxation in our body, and that relaxation, you're not attempting to reach anywhere, and you're so patient. God, the patience. You're so patient, and you're not needy. You're not expecting. You're not trying to replicate the presence that you felt a day ago. But the beauty of presence is that you can access it from any time and space. Even when you're in your most traumatized or the most hardest of experiences, these are actually the gates where that state that you are in is actually giving you the potential and the doorway to experience presence from there. And this is the gateway of remembering, and also the gateway of understanding that it's all a joke. It's all a figment of our mind. Me addressing this video now is my ego, my Mahmoud, trying to address your ego, so we could humbly and patiently just know that we are not just voices and mental images inside of our own head, but we are also an ocean of experience. And this ocean of experience has lots of practices made spiritual practices, physical practices that allows you to reach that space. One of which is breath work. Breath work for me was very beautiful in the beginning because it just broke my ego. It just made a jailbreak, and I just accessed a big space in my heart and a big space in my belly, and it just like big space that I wasn't just my own physical body. And I was so energized to the point that I said, wow, why did I even like had a past of substance abuse? This is it. And the whole idea is that once you start to abuse breath work, the gift is gone because your ego now is expecting. But it's all a state of surrendering into the practice itself, and the master forgetting that he's a master and becoming a student. So every time now I'm approaching breath work, I'm trying to approach it from a new way. And I'm seeing all of my mind giving me instructions, and this mind and this instruction is just tensing my body. And once my body is tensed, I'm out of relaxation. So there is no going to presence. Presence is a state of relaxation. So it's good to know that the practices are not going to be your savior. It's just an entry point. Another thing that really was beautiful for me, and not just like activating breath work, but just becoming the breather. Just becoming the breather and slowly letting go of the thinker. And this is where we start to really go a bit deeper into understanding that we are parts. There's a thinker inside of you. He might be overfunctioning right now. And there is a breather. And once you breathe, and you become intimate with the inhale and intimate with the exhale, things start to shift. And this is where language just doesn't make it anymore. It's a sensation. Another thing is being in tune with your body. Being in tune with your body is just trying to access all of the different parts that is alive within you now in this present moment. So again, the voice will speak in voices, mental images. Your feet will speak in sensation. And tuning into a breath and having that inhale, and maybe just somatically, this is from a somatic experience, just having your exhale longer will allow you to go into a parasympathetic mode. And that parasympathetic mode, you could actually hear, listen, and feel your feet. Not just the feet, you can also feel the space underneath you. And you can have a relationship with the earth that is holding you. And for me, from my own experience, having that place where I could understand that there is a surface, maybe a couch or maybe the earth, and it's just like holding all of my weight, that's already support. That's already support given to a separate ego that thinks it's not supported. Which brings me to the next practice, which is affirming. And by affirming, I don't mean affirmation. By affirming, you are actually accessing your voice. And you're affirming in your mind right now that it is safe. That I don't have to overfunction. I don't have to overthink. I don't have to worry. All of this is because I got hurt in the past. And the past is not in the present. And the past is just a figment of my memory. And it's just my own ego and my own analysis on what happened to me. And just witness when I said what happened to me, like my whole body just a bit shrinked. Because always there is a victim mindset when we look at the past. You know, all of those heartbreaks and all of those failure in work and all of those people that came into your life and just hurt you. And you become the separate self that is just not supported, not good enough, not loved, you know. And we tend to get stuck in that story. And this is where I'll end. Story. What story are you running, brother? What fucking story are you just repeating every day, and believing in? Because that story dictates what the body feels. And you're doing a beautiful magic trick of attracting exactly what you're thinking of and exactly what you're believing. And the whole trick is just saying, affirming that I am. Just I am. And just being curious of who you actually are. Beyond the voices, beyond the mental images, beyond the emotions that are overtaking you, and beyond this sense that you have to get somewhere. I am. And I end this video by, who are you? Thank you for listening to me. I'll see you on the next one. Be well.